Hello, how you guys doing? This show is coming to you live to record, a live audio and visual podcast and live show. We'd like to ask you to keep all inorganic noise such as cell phones and talking to a minimum, or a vibration that sounds like good old organic laughter. Relax, you're welcome, and you're watching. I've got a bit about that.
Opening the show, I got a bit about that. Saying hi to the folks, I got a bit about that. Trying to keep the nose clean, I got a bit about that. Falling asleep in a dream, I got a bit about that. I can never write a bit, I got a bit about that. My shirt don't fit, I got a bit about that. Making friends with the weight, I got a bit about that. My mind is a hit, I got a bit about that. Fucking shoes versus hard, I got a bit about that. I was wondering about Mars, I got a bit about that. Sticky situation, I got a bit about that. Any kind of graduation, I got a bit about that. Ever put a good pun, I got a bit about that. Spend a week on the run, I got a bit about that. Never taking a vacation, I got a bit about that. Ever change of location, I got a bit about that. The joys of life, I got a bit about that. I think I found my wife, I got a bit about that. Doing real work, I got a bit about that. Got my feelings hurt, I got a bit about that. Sex on the first day, I got a bit about that. Fake girlfriend, I got a bit about that. Personality's great, I got a bit about that. Animals trying to escape, I got a bit about that. Can you guess my race? I got a bit about that. What do you guys want to talk? I got a bit about that. Airplane food, I got a bit about that. Breaking the fourth wall, I got a bit about that. Singing that song, I got a bit about that. Bit about that, bit about that.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of I've Got a Bit About That. I don't know why I added a V. I've got a bit about that. It's new. It's in canon. I've got a bit about that. The new episode show name. Welcome in. We are at Bar Redux, live, coming to you to record here at the Bar Redux. We got a signature house drink known as the Sexy Bit, which is a nice pink drink, a vodka drink. Right now I'm looking for a clock thing and talking at the same time. Okay, now I can relax. You guys, welcome in. We are doing a show today about perseverance. You guys ever persevere? Persevering is hard, you know. It's like it's a thing you do when you're given odds and you beat the odds, and or you just keep going. Either way, you know, like it's not persevering isn't even about beating the odds necessarily. It's just about like being there, you know, just consistency and shit. Today we're battling consistency. We past two episodes, not consistent to this one, but maybe that's also what we're doing. This is a game of chance brought to you to a live studio audience that is, at this point, us. The live studio audience being you in the future now. We have skipped presents and we have gone into the future. You guys ever time travel? I fucking love to time travel. That's why I'm comfortable with this future audience that we have. And the future audience might pop up through the doors periodically. You'll see them on camera. That's right, we got a camera feed. We got the free feed on YouTube, and we got the premium feed that is full audio from the microphones plus full video on the premium. That's at bitaboutThat.podbean.com. That's right, you can catch the premium feed, you can get the full video. Honestly, if you're on the free feed, you won't even see this advertisement. You know, like this is not the part that's on the free feed. This is for the premium people and or the audio listener. That's right, you too can be an audio listener at bitaboutThat.podbean.com. That is Podbeam with an N. Also, I would like to mention that what am I mentioning? I don't even remember. Where are we at right now? Ice cream? You said ice cream? Okay, I didn't think you said ice cream, but I was like, it sounded like ice something. Oh, you thought I was gonna mention ice cream legitimately? We've got ice cream at your local, wherever they sell ice creams at, and they'll be brought to you by me telling you in the past to do it in the future, and you know that's like a little bit of a you know, if you get the video feed, I'm doing a push thing with my hand. A bit about that on Facebook and Twitter. That is the last of the plugs. Bit about that. Facebook and Twitter. Also, this is brought to you by Lord Byron Productions at I'mNotJustMe.com. That is the website. You guys, I am your host, Byron Broussard, a.k.a. Black Rocker on Twitter, Lord Black Rocker on Instagram, and Lord Byron Productions, like I just said earlier, I'mNotJustMe.com is the website. This is episode 3. Is it episode 3? Holy shit, this is crazy. I don't think I'm ever gonna do the introduction by this is episode 3. I have a whole podcast where I do that type of shit and name the shit. Although I do name this one too, but this one's named more aptly. Also, we had a weird thing of episode 1 was named and then episode 2 was named and a reference to episode 1. Maybe this one will also be in reference to episode 2. That'd be cool. In reference to all of that, the starting up song, here we go. I should have said here we go a little bit later than that. Here we go. That is how you open the show, you guys. This is episode 3. Like I said earlier, this show, to me, this one's going to be about perseverance, getting that time in there, we aren't a podcast with integrity or anything. Oh, shit, I turned off my microphone is what I'm saying. The clamp has turned against me. Maybe also that was just a sign from the gods. You guys ever get signed from gods? Just weird phenomenon that happens when you're about to disclose something that probably shouldn't be disclosed, and you're just being vindictive, and you're you know how people say if I'm wrong, may God strike me with lightning. I do that shit, but then I get struck by lightning. I'm yeah, we're not a podcast with integrity. First episode, I mentioned honesty over integrity, and I was just about to do that again. The mic went out, so I guess I shouldn't do that part. That part. You guys ever get lost in time? Time is pretty great. It's like an ever-flowing river, but there are ways to the banks, and one of the ways to the banks is to point out that you've made a circle in the lazy river, and if you figure out the circle, you could be wait a minute, I know where the next turn is. Therefore, I can buffer myself to one side or the other, depending on where the turn's going, and then I can get off on the bank, and then you can exit time's ever-flowing river. Then, you can, depending on which side of the bank you're on, if it's a lazy river, there's also one side of the bank that's in the middle of the river. There's the other side that's on the outside of the river, You could be in the middle, and that's cool and all, but you got to get back in the water of time before you get out again, So, it's a weird situation where you go right or left, but, it's either way, you're doing manipulations, and that's persevering, You're in the water, persevering, you're either flowing, you're getting off on banks and stuff. Either way, you're doing things, Can't never not be doing things. That's the weird thing about life and shit. Ain't it? You know, I'd like to relight my cigarette, so I'm gonna do that while I see if this thing will stay. It won't. Crap, crap, crap. Hell yes. This is calming for me, you know. This week I did not record my podcast, and I feel weird about it. I've got like a buildup of stand-up sets on my phone, and like I had a whole goal with them, and it threw me for a loop. You guys, like, I now don't know what I'm doing in stand-up. But I do know what I'm doing on this podcast, and that is introducing your co-host. Everybody join me in introducing James Germain to the stage. Oh, thank you, man.
Oh shit! I get my own little theme music.
Hell yeah.
It sounded so eerie. It sounded like, yep, like killing scenes, like like the stabbing scenes, like from a Alfred
like
Hitchcock
Psycho.
film or something like that.
Hell yeah.
Alfred Hitchcock is cool.
It started with the microphone on the keyboard and those two, that sound, and then I was like, oh, yeah, mistake repeated.
I bet you don't even know what key that is.
I could tell you, but I don't know offhand because I got dyslexia.
I thought you about to tell me I could tell you, but I had to kill you for lessons. But how can I get the lessons if I'm dead? Oh, this is gonna be weird. Talking to people.
You know, like the lessons if you're dead thing. Like it wasn't I could tell you, but I'd have to kill you. It's more of I could tell you, but it's not in my conscious mind. It's like I'd have to legitimately read the keyboard language and translate it. But like it takes a lot of work, you know. Like it's not about like I could never tell you. It's just
I'm lost like a mug.
exactly, and that's why I didn't translate it.
I thought you were talking about the term itself being old and outused. You know, like I tell you, but I have to kill you.
Oh.
And I thought you were explaining that. I thought it was somebody who was too much of a pussy to tell somebody the truth, so they just said, "Fuck you, I'm gonna kill you."
That would be awesome. That makes a lot of sense, honestly.
You know, I think my girl would rather me kill her than me tell her the truth. I think this was going on. I think this what it really is. Why we broke up and shit.
There's like movies and stuff, you know, like you ever see a movie where you're like, this is the point where the killer is gonna kill you ever, like, there's movies where like the damsel in distress, whether it be a female or a male, is like talking to the killer, right? And they know it's the killer, but they're like agitating the killer, and they're like, you know, like, you can't kill me. I've seen your face, and it's like, wait, no, that's the opposite of what you say. You say, I won't remember your face. You know, like they just like egg on the killer, and you're like, at this point, if they were both being honest with each other as killer and damsel, I think the killer would just kill, like. But then in the movies, they're like, well, she's seen my face, so I'll let her live.
The movie,
like, what?
if horror movies were real life, the horror movie would end at scene 1 when I catch that motherfucker in the toilet and just stab him in the back. That's all it takes. In the front, what you gonna do? You are most vulnerable on the toilet. Am I a killer? I'm gonna just wait. I'm gonna follow you for a week and figure out your pooping schedules. That's all I'm gonna do. Figure out, you gonna poop at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, boom, killing time. That's what I'm gonna do.
Hell yeah.
I mean, if I were a killer, I'm not a killer.
Have you seen the John Wick movies?
I've seen 1 and 2.
Oh, man.
1 was good, and then 2 was...
That is legitimate getting to the point type shit. Like, he don't fuck around. He's like, what are they on the toilet? What are they at a barbecue? What are they, where are they at location? And then he just goes, and it's like, or they come to him, and it's just like game time, no matter like where and shit. Like, that shit is the new style of movies where they have an answer for like every fucking thing. They're like, oh, you want to see a killer? We'll do this.
Well, they get that from the U.S. government. The U.S. government has been killing motherfuckers in broad daylight for a long time. Like,
That's true.
they had a nigga, he was just riding around his car. He was just riding around his car and got shot in the head by a mystery sniper. You heard the mafia? Boy, all right.
True.
Do you know there was a mafia channel in New Orleans? Like,
A channel?
like I say channel, like a funnel.
Oh, you mean like
there was
the actual mafia
mafias
in New
everywhere,
Orleans?
cuz I didn't even.
Indeed, they are. This is a structure of things, a society, group mentality. It'll happen to you. Gangs.
I mean, it's an outcry. It's like I'm not saying it's necessary, but it's reaction. You do something and you what you expect to happen. This is the causality of the shit that the white man started.
Some of it. I mean, like actual mafia, they seem to get along with the government and police and stuff.
Because the government don't want you to know they actually fear the mafia. That's what it is. The government don't want you to know that they're
like,
let me tell you something.
It's two coins.
The mafia,
Two sides,
the government
same
don't want you
coin.
to know the mafia actually took out JFK. The government don't want you to tell the government don't want you to know that they're powerful. They don't. I'm telling you, man.
That makes sense, but I don't know about that. It makes sense definitely.
I'll give you the full
the
story.
Same way. Oh, you're gonna go full.
It's a brief snippet.
JFK?
JFK's brother,
The biggest
Lil
conspiracies?
JFK second, whatever the fuck his name is, Bobby. Yeah, exact. Thank you. Bobby was beef with the mafia. Bobby didn't like the mafia. He wanted to get rid of the mafia, and being with your brother and shit like that, just being they were against it together.
That's the bar saying,
Son,
don't
the
mention the
government is
mafia."
listening right now. Son, I am not. My name is Clifford Thompson.
Yes. Thank you,
I am
John.
not here right now.
I know we're loud and we're also talking about the mafia, but that was a little bit rude.
That was too much on point.
You guys ever be played out? Man, I had a show where I was doing some stand-up and like they put the music on and I was like, what? Like I didn't want to get off stage, but they're like, nah, like get. But the mafia shit, Bobby had a problem with the mafia. You were saying what happened?
Oh, they're powerful, and the government don't want us to know that.
Oh well, I mean, if the government's working with them, then like that would, like, I mean, like it's.
Niggas are powerful. The government don't want people to know that either.
Yeah,
they don't want niggas to know that either.
They don't work with us. They like manipulate us and shit. Like it's a little bit different. It's like maybe they're afraid of our power. Maybe niggas is more connected with chaos, and they're like, well, the mafia they follow rules and they have codes. These niggas is wild. We can't trust their codes and shit. That shit changes with the lingo.
Changes with the skin color.
Hey, man. Shit's wild out here. What were we talking about before this? Conspiracy theories?
I thought that's what
JFK,
it really started. I thought you
mafia.
introduced me as Conspiracy James. I thought that's what you introduced me
Definitely
as. All right,
did
my
not
fault.
introduce you as Conspiracy
That'd be
James.
dope.
Oh, we were talking about it. I'd let you know, but I'd have to kill you first.
Right.
Then we went to the mafia shit. Then where are we now? What are we doing?
Love.
How are you doing?
I'm good, man.
Cool.
I'm good. You ever? It's like I'm so like I'm in the middle. Like I feel like if someone touched me, I could cry, and I feel like I could also bleed from that touch at the same time. It's like like it's like I'm very vulnerable right now, but it's like also like one little tick I can
I hear you on that.
You ever want to cry and be mad at the same time? You ever it's a thing.
I mean, I can't say I have not had that feeling. Maybe on drugs or something.
Oh man, I'm not. I'm not on drugs right now.
Oh, I did not think you were. I was not accusing you of being on drugs.
No, but saying that my mind is already like my natural mindset is like someone who's already on drugs. That's what you're saying right now. That's
Oh.
all right.
That is not what I was saying. But it does connect if you are saying it like that.
I know. I was
For clarity's sake, I was not mentioning that.
no. I was purposely trying to be I don't know what I was saying no more. Don't worry about it. That's what I'm saying. I was trying to get over myself. That's what the issue was.
It's cool, man. Oh, he's going to be here later. Yeah, this, I mentioned earlier, this show's a lot about perseverance. It's about putting the time in, you know, when the odds are stacked against. Hell yeah. Much appreciated. Would you like some of this vape pen?
Yes, I would love some tobacco product. Yes. Thank you for this liquid tobacco product.
Hell yeah. Smoke responsibly. As I sip my drink. This week I was talking about a little bit of my comedies earlier. I recently did a set, Life.
you said comedy. I didn't talk. I smoke. Okay. You talk.
I was
It's
recently
tobacco. Boy, tobacco's wacky.
I was recently doing
My
a
mom was right. I'm sorry.
I was recently doing a set at Harris Casino, and I started doing like some weird time travel bits and like, you guys ever question reality? But then I was on like a booming microphone, and I didn't want to do that, so I have like a hard time remembering old bits and shit. But then at Don't Shush Me, they asked me to do like new material. And like I got on stage and like I didn't talk about like any of my bits. I talked about talking like in the beginning of this shit. And it felt like oh no, like is this more comfortable than doing stand up? Like is is the roundabout talking about nothing like more fulfilling than like doing bits and shit, you know? Like
Is that a legit question?
sure.
I feel like everything is on the table. Comedy, everything, and MC in the past month and something has really showed me that that people, the audience is like really dumb. I love people, and I never want to give people the thought that they're dumb. I give them that chance to be smart. But people are, as a group, they're dumb. So I can literally just go, hey, where you from? Golden State? Oh, they suck. They'll get them tomorrow, and people will love. You know, people will eat that fucking shit up. They'll eat that shit up over some hard shit that I fucking wrote 15 minutes before getting on stage. You know, like the audacity. Like I can talk about nothing, and but I was saying that's the entry point. Like that's the entry point into getting them to really fucking with you. And it's not off of what you look like, fucking all this is really just how. Well, actually, no, I'm lying. Well, it's all in here. It's internal. So whatever internal you pour out, the audience, they will feel that. You know, I mean, people can't be tricked, but you know.
Sure.
Cool. Because I've had examples when that charisma, like, probably saved me off a bad set or a mediocre set. You know what I'm saying? Like it carried me
Yeah.
through. You know, so yeah.
Yeah, so just the intent and stuff.
Intent. Yeah.
Intent, comfortability. I hear you on that. If I am comfortable doing that type of shit, I guess the show. Good times for the future. That's definitely what that means. Good times for the future.
Good times.
Good times.
I want to sing a theme song right now, but I'm drawing a blank. All I'm thinking of is the Jeffersons theme song right now. God damn it. If you don't add all the water, make a way if you can. Temporarily, yo. Good times. Good times. All right, I'm sorry. Ain't we lucky we got 'em? Don't we have a host? A guest host? Guest host. Guest host.
We do have a guest.
That was just a thought.
Really cool.
I'm excited for our guest host. That was my latent thought. I was thinking about good times, and when I thought about good times, I thought about that nigga, the nigga who was our guest host. Spoiler: it's a black dude. God damn it! All right. That was a tangent. I'm sorry, but what were you talking about before I started talking about good times and shit like that? Oh, cause when I think of good times, I think of a whole happy black family. You know what I mean? At least one bald head. You wouldn't be John Amos. That's what I'm saying. All right, I'm sorry.
I don't know.
I neander. I'm sorry.
Good times is cool. That reminds me of like how they've taken the idea of the phrase good times and implanted it with the song about like struggling and shit. And you're just like, yeah, good times. Like when I mean good times, it's like good times. But like that's also like how like words are like fucking weirdly mirrored and shit a lot of the times. Like 4 words. Like, you mean to go forwards is also like 4 words. It's like 4 words, and it's like,
Wait, you it sound like you're doing a pun, but
I
I
am
think
doing
good
a pun.
times. It's not a pun. It's an analogy. Like it's like you said mirror, but it's like a. I don't get that. What?
oh, I was saying
am I
how
higher
good
than you
times
already?
pulls
Wait, what?
you pulls you into the song, which the lyrics are, I don't know, in my opinion,
I get what you're saying.
depressing.
Yes. They're the emo trap is oh man, it like you could be banging some shit and crying at the same time. Like you say you love me, but you put you in the it's
Hell yeah.
what I think it really is more than complex emotions they're trying to it's purposely make your brain, I think, work, and also it's massaging your brain, because when you're sad and you're melancholy, music that that can cure that. I don't know if that's for black folk.
It's
maybe
a
it's just
cure-all. Music salves. Wow, is that really the word in that
do
phrase?
you not genuinely feel good when you're bouncing, when you're vibing with
I was
that
about
shit?
to do a whole like thing, but I was like, is it the second word really salves, or is it like saves? Soothes. Music soothes even the savage beast.
And you could say maybe save. That's why I say stop judging these young kids, man. These young kids are on to something, man. The young kids. I'm just saying, like they don't have as many like layering blockages on their head, on their way of thinking. They're more open, and they're on to something, man.
Hell yeah,
Carrying their weight, man.
desensitization early and shit. Internet blast you. That shit's wild, man. Having people open to the flow of shit, and like
I'm still flowing. You see, I never stop moving right now. Like it's like I feel like I'm in church right now. Like I'm. You say you love me. I wish I knew the second chorus to that. I mean the second verse to that. Damn it, that would really help with this right now. I'm sorry.
You all right, man? Should we play it? kick out the jams.
That I didn't do that because I think that would sound like shitty, auto like audible wise, and plus, can Trixie Redisha sue me?
Probably, but
Yep.
probably
No,
not.
I ain't. Nope. I'm done. Hey, there's a lawyer in the house. You know what I'm talking? Can triple third, the red third? Can he sue me if I play his shit on live? Okay. All right. Yeah, that's a good thing I forgot that second verse, man. But I'll give a shout out though. It's called Trippy Red Love Scars. Y'all can check that out. Maybe you can like put the link at the bottom of the description. I saw that on YouTube today.
That shit. I'm not gonna do that.
All right.
Trippy Red though, check him out. Hell yeah.
Someone told me that Trippy Red sounds like a nigga singing in the shower, and I was like, "Yep, that's why I love him, nigga. He just let it all up. Where you let it go? In the shower, you just let it all out, bruh." I thought I hit that motherfucking Whitney Houston note from Bodyguard, nigga. I swear, in the shower while I was choking on water. So I'm sorry. This is.
Did the choking help or hinder?
Well, I mean, as soon as I stopped choking, then I went back to the high note. You know,
Oh.
You get in the logistics. I wasn't literally trying to sing and choke at the same time. Like that's impossible.
It sounded like you said
That sounds
that.
impossible. Like God, okay.
You guys are gonna go into a break.
Wait,
what that
we
means is I'm gonna play
we do
some
a break?
keyboards.
What you mean a break?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not really a break. It's not really like is it a break? Did I forget what the fuck we did
I
last
listen
week?
to you say whole sentences, man. My whole sentence. I'm gonna go into a break, in which I mean I'm gonna play the keyboard for a few seconds, and then we're going to introduce your guest for tonight. One drink. I know, right? It's all right.
It's a break. Okay, I mean I can just leave willy nilly.
You can if you'd like to. That was your break, you guys. This next part of the show is going to be where we introduce a game of chance into this show. We also shout out Perseverance once again. This is the act of perseverance. We are doing it. This next portion of the show will be where we introduce a guest, and then we do a game of chance to see who wins a challenge. And a challenge will be about whatever we've got bits about. That is the show. I've got a bit about that. The game. Anyone you got a bit about that? Challenge. Rock, paper, scissors. Whoever wins does a joke. And that's the segment. You guys, I'm realizing that I could I just time traveled a little bit. I remember that this is the free feed portion. So I could actually introduce the free feed in a certain manner that wouldn't be me stumbling over the concept of the show. So, like, I'm going to go take 2 in a minute. We're going to get clean take on take 2. Also, this will be in the normal podcast. Don't feel like
It could be in canon. I dropped my lighter 17 years ago. I forgot to look for it.
Canon. It will definitely be in canon. We did not press stop.
Kids, I don't know how to tell you to like don't have ADHD, but don't have it, son. That all that right there, what you saw was ADHD. It's a muck. All right. The part of getting over your issue is acknowledging it, I think, right? All right.
Should we go into it? I got a bunch of knowledge on getting over things and using it. Transmutation. That's like my strong suit.
I mean, not before the guest, honestly. No, I wasn't ready for it.
Okay.
I was just...
Well, kids, don't be ADD'd. You guys, we're going to get into the next portion. Clean slate.
Wait, I thought...
I'm referencing something I was talking about a few minutes ago.
I think I'm realizing you have OCD, nigga. You got to start
I
with a...
do.
Wow.
Yeah. I have everything because I am anything and nothing.
You son of a bitch. I guess you got herpes too, nigga.
Yep.
All right. Fuck it.
Exactly. In a different life, unconnected to this mortal coil. Through the realms of thought and imagination. But like, that would be a cool cut in. You guys, we are going to go to your next portion with introduction to your next guest. Why? I'm just never going to get a good... It's okay. You guys, your next guest was going to initially be a part of this show, you know? Like, I was like, this dude, definitely make him a part of this show, you know? And now he's a guest saving us from what would be something like purgatory, or it is pretty warm outside. It might be hell without a guest. It would Indeed.
I could play another person.
Welcome in. We're doing a show. We're doing a live podcast.
Wave rule 1. Wave
You're
to
no
the
longer
camera.
in
Say
the
hey.
camera,
Say
but
hey.
you are in my sight.
Say hey to yourself and your beautiful. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's that screen. My apologies. It's that computer screen actually. It's
Happy
your
birthday, sir. Your next guest is a comedian who can be found all over New Orleans doing his thing. He's started shows. He's run shows. He's new to the scene, doing shows, killing it. Y'all, please put your hands together for Jonathan Reynolds.
Byron, you was a motherfucker. He hates his real name.
Comics don't give a fuck about my stage name. That's
I do.
cool.
I pointed that out. All right.
It's absolutely cool.
My
Oh shit, I'm a snitch too. All right.
Nobody cares. That's cool. You were talking about metaphysical herpes earlier?
Hell yeah.
That was amazing. You got herpes on your soul?
Yeah, you guys ever get metaphysical herpes?
I only got the real thing.
Oh, okay.
Well, probably have
Metaphysical's a little bit different.
Technically, by science, 86% of Americans have a
Some
recessive
strain.
gene of herpes.
Did you say gene?
What you want to do about it?
It's genetic.
Yeah, I got about 14 of them right now on my internet.
Oh,
What else are y'all talking about earlier? Y'all talking about conspiracy theory? I'm so
Yeah,
glad I wasn't
we were
up for
talking
that.
about conspiracies.
Man, I was getting drunk in the back. Like, I'm so glad I'm not on stage for this.
I thought you were in Albuquerque. You were listening the whole time.
Yeah, I was here.
I ain't want the people to know that. All right, my bad.
What are we doing?
What are we doing? Where are we at right now? How are you doing, John, man?
I'm doing
How's it
great,
going?
man. Thank you guys for asking me out here. This is
Cool.
awesome.
I appreciate
Thank you for
coming.
accepting.
You guys have so much technology right now. This is like the highest budget, low budget show I've ever seen in my life.
Thank you.
This is how Batman catch criminals.
This is
just put on a
honestly what I
podcast.
wanted, to have like a high
Like,
budget but like low
Y'all
budget.
can't see how much equipment they're using right now. It's amazing.
Why are you snitching? We have nothing expensive back here. We have nothing.
Rob these niggas.
We are using rocks and sticks. Matter of fact, this microphone is actually made of tin foil and coloring paint.
This is actually the perfect time to rob me because I'm actually cornered in by this keyboard and table. I would not be able to stop you guys.
No, you just fling your body at the. You just fling fling your whole person.
So what were we?
Happy birthday again.
Happy birthday. That was awesome coming out.
Hell yeah.
Come back. I miss you already. All right.
Wait, what am I doing up here?
Yo, you are now in
Thank
the
you.
portion where you can challenge to do bits. I guess after doing 2 episodes previous to this, I feel like maybe I should put more initiative on like the comics to do their bits, cause like it seems like the comics just have fun sitting up here and talking and shit.
I'm good when full audiences don't laugh at my bits. I'm good on this.
I know what you mean. In that case, I feel like I'm obliged.
Where is the audience coming from? Did somebody like y'all flip a buzzer or something?
I made an announcement
We
inside.
talked
I was
about
inside
this.
and I made an announcement. I used my
look at
moxie.
that.
I said, "Hello, folks. You're on the
Thank
Fun
you,
Podcast in the back."
James. Much appreciated. But yeah, I feel like I'm obliged now to force us into challenges, which would be where we have to do improv. You know, like just be in the position to be like, I'm gonna challenge this. You ever bully comedians into doing jokes in front of people?
I remember when you were setting this up, and I remember bringing it up. It's like, how are you gonna steer the conversation towards bits? And you're like, we don't need to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, you might need to do that.
You are correct. And I'm now episode 3.
Oh, you're gonna start with
Maybe
me?
so.
I'm a third party in this. Wait a minute. Now, I hate the fact that we like setting up rules live.
This isn't setting up rules.
But what if also like if the person was here earlier, they say, "Hey, I want to challenge y'all on some shit y'all talking about earlier."
Yeah, I do have bits about some of the stuff you guys talked
Okay.
about earlier.
That is
Actually,
also relevant.
James has one of my favorite conspiracy theory bits about firemen. You don't even remember this. He smoked way too much weed. It's a fantastic bit.
I remember.
I know
it.
the fireman bit.
That's like classic.
It is.
I need to see that one go viral.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Wait.
But the
he
we
does
got
not
to challenge
remember
it for it. We got it. That's right.
honestly,
I
the
wanna
way
do it. I
There's
challenges
a
work.
0% chance that he remembers this joke. I would just like to see him try it.
Honestly, the
0%
way
chance
challenges
he remembers
work, man, is we each do rock paper scissors, and whoever wins does a joke about the topic.
I'm not letting go of my beer nor this microphone. So I'm all rock all day.
All right. So
But then just know if you win, you have to do a bit about
Right.
firemen or.
I don't
if
have a
he's
Well,
bit
it
about
could be any
firemen.
bit, I guess, about
I don't have
firemen.
a bit
you know.
about firemen.
if he's doing rock, then you just throw paper because it's your bit, and then I'll do rock also, and you'll win. Let's just cheat the system, but still keep the system.
The NFL would never actually show the
NFL.
air pumps next to Tom Brady's like football live in a game. You'll never show the cheat codes in the. You would never release the game and put the
NFL.
cheat codes on top of the face of the video game.
I have no idea what James is
I
talking
would put
about right
my
now.
cheat codes in the book.
I'm saying,
second page.
Why are y'all giving
Cheat
me the
codes.
cheat on this? I like competition, man.
It would be between me and you if he's throwing rocks.
Well, how about? All right, never mind. All right, whatever.
We're not challenging
I'm
this
past
shit.
this emotion right now. Okay. Whatever y'all want. This ain't.
His ADHD just kicked in. It was amazing watching it from this close. You guys can't see what I can see. It's amazing.
Oh, so do I just get up and do it now?
I mean,
No, you don't have
we
to
got
actually
a
do it.
challenge.
Oh,
This is the only part of the show that has a structure.
I noticed.
The one challenge that we're just like, nah, break the walls. Let's break them down.
Wait, so y'all think that like New Orleans doesn't have mafia currently? Like you think it just went away?
Oh, I don't comment on the mafia.
That's smart.
Like
Then
most
shut your
things.
podcast down.
Yeah, I don't comment on most things actual, honestly.
I'm
I
not
like
against
to
the
talk
mafia.
about
I'm just saying,
movies.
like, people know y'all exist. People have YouTube, nigga. Like, they got Google.
Yeah, I
like,
don't think
it's
we
on
did
a
a
Wikipedia
for or
page.
against.
Like, you get out of here. Like, come on. I'm for y'all.
I'm sorry I
just
started
be
that.
with
Do
the
a
black
for
cause
or
too. We want to bring
against.
back
But
the
now
Black
we're, I
Panther
guess
Party
we're
in the
for the
secret.
mafia, I guess. But before we didn't mention for or against. We just like mentioned them.
All right. So what are we doing now?
All right.
Now we're talking about how we are either for or against the mafia. You guys for the mafia? No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe we can ask the people.
I got a bit about. No, I'm just.
What would y'all rather hear?
What type of bits do you do, man? Do you do real life bits? You like to talk about fiction and shit?
I'd say most of the stuff I do, it starts with like a one-liner that I write about something that's real, and then I try to take it to a fantastical position.
Hell yeah.
That's what I try to do. So, like, you're one of like the comics I really admired before I started doing it, and I do it different than you, but I try to take it a little bit abstract, but it's still based in a real emotion.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Shit. I don't. If someone asks me, like, how do you describe your comedy?
I didn't ask.
Just talk
describe
for 5
the
minutes. I don't
comedy.
know, man. Like, I don't know how you describe. I don't know.
The question was like, what do you do bits about? Like, how do you like? He's
Oh, that was the question.
from
All right.
the real life into the phantasm. Was
Oh
the
man, we got
answer.
white dudes throwing up gang signs. This shit is getting lit.
Gang.
He just represented
Wait, also-
St. Rock.
oh,
New
no,
St.
no.
Rock or St. Rock? St. Rock?
Third world hallhead, son.
I don't know how they got me out here, man. My rate rose up like 3 months ago. They got me though. They got me with that one drink ticket. You can't get me for
Got
0
him.
drinks no more. I need
Got
at least
him.
one drink. One drink minimum.
Yep, we also. No, never mind. I was gonna sneakily mention the tip bucket. I was like, we also might split tips with you, depending.
That was a
And you
is
think
a
the
good
white
joke.
dude who threw up gang signs has tip money?
It is a good joke, though. It was
That was a
definitely
good reference.
joke.
Since
He actually does. I know that dude. He's cool. What is he really about to do this?
What?
He's really about to do this. That's shameful.
I just moved. the
I did a
bucket.
show maybe August of last year where we had like a packed audience. It was right down the street from here.
Oh, thank you,
And,
man. Much
thank you. That was awesome.
appreciated.
You heard that change jingle? That
I
was
hope
awesome.
it was
I
on
deserved
my.
that. I deserved that penny. That was
amazing.
That's what I
And,
get.
and the host
I'm
was
just-
like, "Yo, man, like, don't be aggressive." I was hosting it, and like the guy who was the headline, he was like, yeah, "Don't be aggressive with the tip bucket." I ran out of drink money, and I was like, "I'm about to get this drink money right now." And like he got on stage headlining. We each got like $50 out of that, which isn't
Holy
bad. There were
shit.
only like 50 people in the audience. So we got
Nice,
this money.
dude. Hell yeah.
But he didn't
Last
like
show
that.
we asked audience. Excuse me. Last show we asked audience to put cigarettes in the tip bucket.
I could.
Yeah, man.
I was here and I
don't remember
We are
that.
stepping the
What?
game up. Really, we're revolutionizing. That's probably a better way to say that.
Don't throw it. I can't catch. Oh
Shit! Success across the stage. Legitimate.
Shout out.
That was cool.
Also, I'll take shrooms, marijuana, ecstasy.
That guy
pills.
might actually have it.
He's reaching for. Oh, he's not gonna do it on camera. Oh, what?
Somebody-
I gotta go down the stairs right quick again, in case. I gotta be back.
Somebody has actually in the audience. Someone actually has not mushrooms, like the kind of like portobellos. So this show might get weird. I don't know how long it takes for mushrooms to kick in. Portobello mushrooms, but hopefully it kicks in before the show is out. Because this is about. If James starts touching me, I'm gonna leave. Straight up.
I don't
Straight
think
up.
he would start doing that.
I don't know. Don't mushrooms make you touch people?
No, I mean, like, sometimes it depends on your headspace, honestly.
I don't know, man. I saw you out like New Year's or something. I think you were on
I
some
was
sort of
probably
hallucinogen.
not on mushrooms. That is.
You started playing with some woman's bicycle bell. It was amazing.
That was definitely Molly. You guys ever do Molly? That MDMA shit.
So,
Took
like-
me to a different plane of existence.
He was like, John, let me talk to you. I got to tell you something right quick, John. I was like, what you got to tell me, Byron? And then he just starts ringing this woman's bell. I was like, this woman might walk back out. Is that the happy mushroom dance? Portobello mushroom.
No,
what
that-
happened? What
no.
did I?
I'll be real with you. I thought it was a generous gift, but it was actually like a transaction. Like, I ain't got no money on me, nigga. I don't think.
It's tragic.
I hate to be narcissism incarnate, but like, what did I tell you after ringing the bell? Like, was there actually a message, or was it just?
You might have been sending a message in Morse code with the
Oh,
bell, and I
man.
just didn't understand it. I wasn't on your level.
Next time. I really enjoy those type of stories because I'm usually pretty coherent, but like I have blacked out a few times, and that would be one of them. And like I really enjoy hearing what I do because it's like when I do have control, I usually end up doing nothing. But like when I don't have control, it's like different. So I'm like, oh, what do I do when I'm not doing nothing? You know, like
I got a secondary
Challenge
question.
on blacking out.
Okay,
Okay.
you win. I don't have any jokes about black and
that
white.
was a legitimate challenge.
The point is,
Rock,
if you
paper,
win, you
scissors
still got to
it
do
up.
something about blacking out. Anything. You know?
A minute? All right, let's try it.
The thing is 1, 2, 3, rock, paper, scissors, go.
All right.
1, 2, 3, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Y'all tied. Tie goes to the runner. Whoever wants to do the bit the most, the blackout bit.
I'm going to do rock. I'm just letting you know right now. James can do what he want to do.
I threw scissors,
No,
James threw rock.
you give a blackout bit. Go ahead. I
John
don't mind.
threw
I
rock.
don't have
No,
a blackout bit.
you are our guest.
I black out a lot, but I don't
That's what I'm
write
saying. It
stories
could
about
be it could be a story you might know. That might be a bit now. You might
No.
create you might create a bit on the spot.
I don't want to encourage
No, man,
alcoholism
you
in the
wanted to
youth.
challenge. You just
It could
go
be a
for
parable
it. And
story.
You'll try to force the guest.
You got one of the best stories about me blacking out. That's a random white guy who threw up gang signs. I was hanging out with him and his dad maybe like 2 years ago, and he had like the vape pen. I don't know what a vape pen is, man. I'm square. I hit the vape pen, and I just sat in the same spot for like an hour and a half. And there was something else in the vape pen. It was dabs. He was like, you dabbing now. His dad comes and was like, John, I didn't know you dabbed. I was like, I do the dance. I do the dance. Him and his dad, I found this out later because I don't remember this. They carried me to my car and put me in the back seat. I woke up 10 hours later.
Damn.
In the Bywater, sun beaming, hot as hell in the car. Had no idea how I got there. Saw his dad the next night. His dad was like, you all right? Nah, that's all I got about blacking out that I'm willing to say.
Hell yeah. That's
So don't do
one of
drugs,
them
kids,
stories.
especially with random white guys who throw up gang signs.
Check your vape pens to see if they're normal juice and or dabs.
What
and
is
shit.
a dab?
That's like concentrated THC and shit.
Why would I want to do that?
People like to be real high. Like some people like to be real high. Like this vape pen does not have any dabs in it. It's not a concentrated form of THC, but like some people have vape pens that have THC in them, and some people have them that have like THC plus like concentrated extra
Wait.
ass kicking in the couch.
All right, I gotta have a question. I was raised by a black mama. All right, so naturally I'm scary. Okay, but I superseded that. I'm not like my mama. I promise you, I am. But I'm saying I'm anyway. What I'm saying is, all right, can we get in trouble? I said trouble because the law. Nick, all right, hey, would it be like we making a lot of drug references right now? But you know what? This is all jokey. We comedians. Remember spaghetti, 8 Mile? It's the same thing.
Spaghetti, 8 Mile.
Spaghetti,
No,
8 Mile.
I don't remember that.
From Dave Chappelle's show. He was imitating like a fire battle rapper, and he was like, "Oh yeah, well, noodles, Campbell's soup,
Where was this
spaghetti."
Where was the
8
actual
Mile.
story going?
All right.
Fear of the investigative CIA agents.
He was gonna play like a copyrighted song, and it's like, you guys are gonna get bounced from YouTube. Now we're smoking cigarettes. I don't know if you can smoke cigarettes on YouTube.
Honestly, like, I don't know either, but like, I don't really
think you
care.
can.
Honestly, I don't care about YouTube. We Podbeam has like a video podcasting.
I was
it
on the
hosts
podcast. They can't see
videos.
us smoking. They can't see us smoking on the podcast.
We are not
They can't
smoking
see us.
cigarettes.
I mean, like, maybe. I
We're
don't
smoking
know.
active
But either
cigarettes.
way, I don't really care about YouTube. Honestly, YouTube's going down the shitter. They're
I'm smoking
canceling
cigars. They're smoking
people.
cigarettes.
They're canceling
what?
people left and right for shit that they used to not cancel people for.
Yeah.
Including like saying shit, like political shit or racial shit, like they're cracking down. It's
had
like
a-
net neutrality all over again.
We've had a fair number of N-words going on around here.
I don't know. I'm not
Google.
really caring
Google
about
owns
that
YouTube.
either.
Yeah, they bought YouTube out maybe like 2008. Yeah.
Do you know who's the head of Google now? Lear Cohen. He's about to say his dick. No,
Don't care.
no, Lear Cohen.
Oh, he's in.
The record
Okay.
executive?
Yeah, bruh. It's all connected. It's all fucked.
He's not the CEO of Google.
I'm telling you, he moved from
Why are we
CQ
talking about
Music
facts
or whatever.
right now? What
I'm
are we
telling you,
doing right
these
now?
people
Where
are all
we
connected,
at?
man. They just, all right, you get too much
Where
smoke,
we
you tell
at?
us the truth, we gonna put you elsewhere. And he's like a head of YouTube or
Man.
Google. YouTube, that's what it is. He's head of YouTube.
Man, like,
probably look it up. He's
there's
a
a
YouTuber. That's
teacher,
what it is.
Seven Bomar. Seven Bomar is connected, like, all the shit where, like, companies and shit, the major company that funds, like, all of the apps and shit, including, like, the fucking Swipe and stuff, whatever, Money app, and, like, Google, and, like, all of those apps and shit. And they're all putting money towards AI bots and, like, fucking computers and shit, but like, it doesn't matter. It's nothing's gonna surpass humanity. Like, people don't understand like the level in which humans are already at.
Did you not see Kawhi Leonard just win the NBA championship?
He
Robots
won.
is winning.
There was
Robots
a
is winning.
handicap.
Wait,
There
there's
was a
a
literal
robot that-
handicap. Like 3 of their players
he's
were hurt
functionally
on
a
Golden
robot.
State.
You never seen that dude in the interview? That's a dude's a robot, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
AI is
so
legit.
so is
People
Russell
are already
Wilson.
robots. People already surpassed that shit. It's
Athletes
cool.
are. They can't say shit, so they just be robotic. That's what they love. They love the hyper robot. Oh, you a robot, nigga? Oh, hype.
That is not
You
what
ain't
I
gonna say
was
shit.
mentioning.
Hype.
You mentioned that humanity is fucking awesome.
You have no feelings?
We
Hype.
don't got shit to worry about with AI bots and
I
all
thought
of
we
this
were going to
net
talk about
neutrality
perseverance. I'm
shit.
persevering.
That nigga won
Hell
a
yeah, this
championship
is
and had his
perseverance.
babies at his ankles and went like this, a smirk. It feels great. It's like thinking,
Shout
man.
out to everybody persevering this conversation in the future.
Hell yeah.
Shout out.
I ain't hating on Kawhi Leonard. I was
I don't know who that is. I don't know people.
Byron doesn't believe in facts,
I
man. Stop
know.
saying facts. Is it a fact that the earth is flat?
Hell no. It's no facts. It is most definitely flat for people who are of higher caliber.
nah, I ain't gonna lie.
Hell yeah. Audience members shouting out the 9 planes of existence. And shit.
Holy shit, that's a thing. All right, well, I remember I was someone who believed in our dodgeball shaped Earth, and then Byron said, "Well, did you know that gravity is a theory?" And I was like, "Nigga, it is. God damn it. All right, maybe this flat Earth shit is plausible, but I'm not. I don't think I've broken through that barrier of believability and shit like that. It's like a oval shaped Earth or something like that, like a oval. Like, you ever seen like the Shrinky Dinks? like that's how Earth is shaped.
So Byron is like a big fan of like meta comedy, and I'm starting to get it now. Like we're doing like a meta thing about perseverance.
Yes.
Like this is like a marathon for the audience.
Yes. Also, like James, it's past 8:00. It's 8:16.
Thank you for calling me out on that. I was gonna wait till the last minute to make my exit. I gotta go, folks.
You can wait till last minute. I just don't know when last minute is.
It's time. I gotta.
James got a big show tonight.
Yeah.
A big
Shout
show, and I didn't finish writing, and
Who you going against?
Drew Hugh.
All he's gonna do is do puns. You got him.
A
Beefing.
comedy roast. Beefing.
What if you get roasted? What if this dude roasts you with pure puns? What if he just puns you to death? Like, how embarrassing is that?
No,
Have you thought about that eventuality?
I don't care what other people think about puns, but I respect puns.
I respect puns too. I wouldn't respect them if I lost one in a roast battle though.
I'm confident.
I'm confident in myself. I took that as an L. I'll get over it.
I like that. That's perseverance. Right
Hell
there.
yeah. Shout out Perseverance.
I'm not gonna leave immediately until I finish this beer, and maybe until I do. Some
Oh, I'm
shit.
gross. I'll finish it.
Oh, I'll
Y'all
say
coming in with this one-
that's
y'all
gonna
coming
make
in with this one drink ticket.
But shit, that's gonna make my exit more premature. Okay.
Oh, you don't have to leave. Well,
it is
No,
totally up to you, but please
I
do
know I do have to
mention
leave.
before you do.
Huh?
Said it's up to you, but please mention before you do
Mention what?
that you are leaving.
you're not gonna shout out your weekly shows.
Yeah, so you could do your plugs and shit.
Yeah, this week, people. Next week, Tuesday, I think it's the 24th.
Every Tuesday.
The 23rd.
Every Tuesday.
It's the 23rd. It's 24th. It's 23rd.
Nobody cares about the date.
It's
By the
the
time this
25th.
thing gets released, the
It's-
date
it's
will
the
have passed
20
already.
it's the
Just
25th.
tell them the day of the week.
June 25th, I'm hosting MRB. We have a spectacular lineup there. It's gonna be great. I'm on Bourbon Street tonight. Not tonight, tomorrow night at Crazy Corner. You can catch me Monday nights at Bourbon Bandstand. I'm a natural. I didn't realize I'm good at acting. I'm good, boy. Anyway, I'm good at fucking MC. Boy, it's
Fantastic host.
Oh shit, thank you. Damn it. But also I have excess skin from being 250 pounds. I want to beat myself up after that.
I have no idea what that had to do with anything.
No, because I beat myself up and I can't take it. I can't take
Shout out to former fat people.
it. Yeah.
I am also one of those.
You guys give it up.
My endurance
for
is
James
on. Oh,
Jermaine. You can also say what you were saying.
no, that's all right. Thank you guys. I love you all.
Wait, he's got walk-off music? This music is hilarious. Is this Mario Brothers? What is this?
It is Mario Brothers remix.
I just want to shout out like our
Give it up for your host,
our
co-host,
super enthusiastic
James
audience
Jermaine.
member who is probably James and Byron's best individual fan. I remember
Hell
me and him
yes.
used to be in the audience watching you guys cracking up.
That's legitimate.
James forgot his jacket. I was going to show up to his show wearing his jacket. And hopefully some of his swag will have rubbed off on me. I'd be smelling like good cologne and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, smelling
right.
like the oils.
All the essentials. Yeah.
Sure.
Wait, what are we doing now? It's just us.
It is just us, but
It's getting intimate.
we haven't really done a challenge yet.
We did do a challenge. I told a blackout story.
You told a blackout story, but it wasn't like stand-up style. Although
It's hard to do stand-up in this environment. It's
that is
difficult.
very
You're going to be
much
standing
true.
right next to me on my
that is
elbow while I'm
very
performing,
much true.
eyeballing me.
I think the table is like the defining factor here. Like usually we'd stand in the middle, but like that is exactly where the table is.
Well, who put the table there?
We all did. It was.
Was it there last week?
No.
So you guys just did that just for like an obstacle for me.
Yeah. We're just like, we need to put more obstacles on the stage for the perseverance thing. You know, like it's all synergy.
What were you going to talk about as far as perseverance?
I was not going to actually talk about anything. I was just like, this show, I know it. Like, even after the last show we recorded, I was like, this next show is legitimately going to be about, like, if we have what it takes to continue doing this show, like, we had to drop out the day of and shit. We had, like, scrambling.
Drop out you guys had. That's a very, very good comic. One of my favorites, actually.
Hell yeah.
Not going to say the person's name, but one of my favorites, but I understand has to come from a long way away.
Yeah, definitely.
And is also in high demand. I could see how it could happen.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yep, and we have our engineer who's late.
Now that...
And then James had a show.
Well, yeah, that was one of the things you had to keep in mind.
Hell yeah.
He has this show once a month.
Yep.
And he's fantastic at it.
I was like, this show is definitely going to be like a crux point, and it's the third show. But it is legitimately doing its thing.
So you just gave it a topic just to say that it has a topic? Like you had no plan on touching on the topic whatsoever?
No, I mean, like, I organically touch on the same topic, like, randomly and shit, and then I'll just pretend like it was on purpose.
Like time travel?
Yeah, exactly. Like time travel. You set a shot. You're like, I'm gonna do this at some point, and then if you accidentally do that, you're like, oh, I mentioned it earlier. Time travel.
I'm thinking if I like persevere and I keep doing comedy and I finally get somewhere with it, that this is gonna come back.
Hell yeah!
This is like video of me smoking and drinking. Something I've avoided diligently since I started doing comedy, but I needed a drink after all the conspiracy theory talk.
Hell yeah.
This is going to be like that photo of Obama smoking the cools.
Like I did not inhale.
That nigga does smoke.
You played in slow motion, there's no inhale.
All right.
There's actually a microphone right there.
Oh, Lord, don't give him a microphone.
Welcome, Jerry, to the engineer spot.
No, you can't come on stage.
Dude, I've came on stage more than you can possibly.
You've literally come on this stage. I think I've seen it.
No.
It's burlesque.
Somebody put their hand up his ass, and it happened.
It's like the Obama words got all the things.
Jesus Christ!
And it's got like everything.
Like a crossword puzzle.
No, it's like you can click on the words, like you can crank call people.
Oh, he does his voice.
Like
all
it's
right.
like, yo, it's your
Okay,
nigga
soundboard.
And it's like, that's how you do it, dude.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna embarrass you, John, but I do have some blackout stories from you.
I have the ultimate blackout story about you, so let's not do that.
Yeah, let us not do that. We don't have to tell stories about each other.
We won't go back to that.
Oh, yeah.
You're right. I didn't know you were gonna throw
Like I'd probably get some other people in trouble telling your blackout stories. I was at I'll tell one. I was at I'm not gonna say his name. Somebody said it earlier. I was at his 21st birthday party, and at his 21st birthday party, I realized I'd been drinking with him for 2 years.
Oh wow!
I was like, whoa. What do you mean this is your 21st birthday party? Don't worry about that. It's a cool dude.
That's very New Orleans right there, honestly. It's like, oh shit, you just turned, man. Hell yeah. I feel like asking you about do you have stories and shit?
I got all kinds of stories, but stories about what?
I have no idea.
Stories that a podcast audience would want to hear? I don't think so.
Stories about things you have bits about or something like that, like a behind the scenes on a bit.
Well, which one of my jokes you like, and I could probably tell you about the story behind it. I don't feel like doing the bits, but I can tell you a story behind it.
What about your time in Atlanta? I haven't really talked to you about doing comedy out there.
So I'm still a novice in comedy. I'm 14 months in. I started comedy last February, Really started it last March. And I wasn't really getting any laughs in New Orleans, but I was grinding out the open mics, going to like every open mic there was that was available. And one of my friends is an improv comedian in Atlanta, and he invited me up, and I went to Atlanta. He was like, yo, just come do the same shit you do in New Orleans.
Cool.
And it's going to be people who haven't seen you do it 100 times already. And I did it, and I got some pretty good laughs. I did the 4-minute set that I had written, got some pretty good laughs. Drove back to New Orleans, got in town maybe 20 minutes before our Sunday open mic, and then went up right out of my car and got laughs there. And that one part, that joke got added to it. That little one-liner got added to it. And it gave me like hope to just keep going. Like the idea of it's hard for like people who see you every day, like they always remember you as that guy who's not funny, who's struggling with a joke. And then it plays on your confidence, but it took for me to go somewhere else. It was like, none of these people know me. I'm just a random guy in the audience. Yeah. And people laughed, the comics laughed, and then came back to New Orleans the next day and got laughs here and been doing it ever since.
Oh, yeah. Different expectations at the different spot.
Well, the comics weren't laughing when I did it Sunday, but the audience was laughing. The comics were like, oh, here this guy goes with this bullshit again.
You had a different confidence, man. Audiences can feel that shit, confidence and shit.
Well, yeah, it's weird. Like, you know, you're like a comic, you see everybody doing their joke every night. You see some people do their jokes 3-4 times in the night, and you want to tune it out. But like, we've had like some really good people who've come through New Orleans where you can see them incrementally working on a joke.
Yeah.
You know, 20 minutes later at the next spot. And I learned, like, you know, specifically your boy, Kyle Smith.
Yeah.
I learned a lot from him because, like, he'll start a joke on, you know, Tuesday night and then do it every open mic, every book show he has. And then by next Tuesday night, he does it and it's a killer.
Tweaking his shit.
Yeah.
He's big on that. And it seems like he doesn't write it down, but, like, he legitimately, he's got, like, the whole shit written out, and even while he's tweaking and shit, that's pretty intense.
That was definitely a guy in New Orleans who I watched very closely while he was in New Orleans, and hopefully get to see him on TV one day.
Hell yeah. Shout out Kyle Smith out there on the interwebs, the Maniacal Menace. That's his website and handle and stuff.
We got like the two most boring black comics in New Orleans on stage together.
Hell yeah. Talking to chairs.
I did not mean that as a compliment. You guys ready? You guys ever deadpan? You guys ever do that?
Deadpan's the best, man. Like,
I don't know, man. I fucks with Sean Murphy's deadpan real heavy.
Sean Murphy does it real well.
Real heavy. I was at a show the other night, last night, Geneva's show, her bingo show. Nice. Sean Murphy was co-hosting, and my favorite moment is he does it, you know how he talks, with a little slight Boston accent. She's holding up a fucking 12-inch dildo, and Sean Murphy just says in his deadpan, would anyone like to win a chocolate dong? Black people, every black person in the audience lost their shit. White people were like, why is that so funny? It's kind of funny.
Hell yeah.
He wasn't wearing pants when he said it, so that probably added to it.
I saw your picture. It seemed like he wasn't wearing pants.
He was not wearing pants.
I wasn't going to question it.
I posted on Instagram and somebody was like, is he not wearing pants? I was like, I'm gonna let that go.
Yep, it definitely was sleepover bingo.
They're roommates. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I did. That's an odd couple right there for roommates.
Yeah, I mean, Geneva's always lived with a bunch of like colorful people, I guess would be the term.
Got the hood black chick from Philly and the Boston guy.
Yeah. Her spot's really cool too. It's a cool spot.
I think the first time I met James was at her Christmas party, maybe 2017, right before I got into comedy. James thought I was going to steal his cell phone. The real humor of it is he had like a BlackBerry in 2000. Like, what the fuck am I going to do with a BlackBerry, son? email the job I don't have? What am I gonna do?
It's funny that you thought you were gonna steal the phone.
Still his BlackBerry. Didn't even have a touch screen on it. Yeah, this. I don't know why I'm looking at the camera like it's The Office.
I wish that would be cool. Actually, last episode we had like the Zoom ran out of batteries.
Yeah.
And like during that point, James talked to the camera, and like the Office style like camera interview.
Wait, you don't? It doesn't have an AC adapter to Zoom. Yeah, let's.
It
Can we talk
doesn't,
about your
actually.
equipment setup? Like,
It doesn't.
like, because a lot of people like doing podcasts and stuff like that, but they don't know which equipment they need.
Yeah.
Zoom, it seems like it's the shit, and you can like hook
It
it
is
to
very much the shit.
What do you call it? It's the mixing board or whatever over here.
Yeah, the mixer. Yeah. Yep, it's hooked through a line out to the like just left right ports.
Yeah.
And like the mixer pushes it out through the speakers while it's recording.
Wait, is the keyboard hooked to the Zoom?
Nah, the keyboard's not hooked.
So that's not even gonna get recorded.
No, I
So
mean
that's
it
just for
comes
the
through on the
people-
mics. It comes through on the mic.
So y'all can't hear the ridiculous Mario music he plays, his intros and outros.
Yeah,
Is
I
this
was
like a water level you're playing with? What kind of Mario? Is this like the Hammer Brothers Mario you're playing? Which one you playing?
yeah. I do this thing where like my left hand and my right hand, they don't stay in the same time usually. And,
Wait, are you improvising?
Yeah, definitely improving. So like I'll play some shit with my right hand and my left hand will just be doing whatever the fuck. But like sometimes I'll hear some shit that I like and I'll try to repeat it. But then like it doesn't work out a lot of the times. And like,
We didn't talk about perseverance at all.
well, in those times when I'm playing the keyboard, it's a lot about perseverance. Because as like a musician or whatever, I can hear every mistake I do, but I'm like, nah, just keep going. Just keep going.
I can't wait to like episode like 300 of this podcast when it catches on. And he's doing like the whole Mark Maron thing. We have to pay for the old ones. And somebody's gonna pay for this shit right here.
Yeah, this is the first episode going behind the paywall.
I saw that Jon Reynolds was in this episode. And when he talk about perseverance, that guy's a trooper. Let's hear it. He's talking about doing dabs with a white dude throwing up gang signs to the camera. It's not what I paid for.
The best part about this is like there was a moment earlier where you opened the door. It was before like we did the break where James went inside. But then like I saw all the people inside just chilling. I'm like, wait a minute, they could be out here.
They tried.
But they did try
They
for
tried.
a minute. They did. After James went and told them about it.
I respect that. And
Hell
they gave
yeah.
it a shot. There it is. We even had a comic show up. That was cool.
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, she's amazing.
One of the, definitely by a pure joke writing structure, one of the best joke writers we got going on around here right now.
Yeah.
You ever
was,
worried about structure?
Like joke structure?
Yeah.
Sometimes. I mean, like, recently I did when I was doing a set where they said only new material, and I didn't have any new material, so I just got up and talked. Like,
Yeah, I'm thinking I wasn't there for that, but I could imagine if somebody told me at an open mic, only do new material. It's like, no, bitch, I'm going to do whatever I want to do.
oh, yeah.
It's like, no money, no drink tickets. You can bribe me with a drink ticket. You can't bribe me with stage time. Like, I can just stand on Bourbon Street and tell jokes. Somebody will buy me a drink doing that. Maybe
yeah.
just to shut up. It's like, I'll give you a drink if you shut the fuck up.
It was very interesting. Like, I broke structure. Breaking the structure was fun, but, like, I do worry about joke structure and stuff a lot of the times. But I don't know how I get there.
This is something I actually want to talk to you about. You ever heard of? I meant to send you the video of it. You ever heard of a comic from out of England, Stuart Lee?
No, I have not.
Man, I've been listening to him pretty heavy since February. And man, it like a lot of the stuff he does, like the meta humor, like it reminds me, like it's not the same as what you do. He doesn't go as deep into it as you do, but he's been doing it for like 20 years, so he might have in his older stuff.
Nice.
But man, I gotta get you a copy of some of his albums. Man, he's got this joke about his mom. Like, so like he was named in England the 41st best stand-up of all time. And he made an album called 41st Best Stand-Up of All Time.
Nice.
And it starts off with him talking about that. Then he talks about his mom undercutting his position by saying, "You're not 41st." And she talks about the best joke she's ever heard in her life. And I'm not going to tell the whole joke. And it's some of the comics out there who might be listening have heard it. The punchline is, of the best joke that his mom's ever heard is, "Are you a sardine?"
Wow.
And how long do you think this bit lasts?
I'm going to say 16 minutes.
It's a fantastic guess. It lasts 17 minutes and 30 seconds.
Nice.
17 minutes and 30 seconds of "Are you a sardine?" Lost my shit.
Nice.
I gotta send it to you now. He's a bad dude.
Hell yeah. I love that style of comedy of just like talking about shit. Then you get to a point and you're just like, yes, this is the gold.
Hello.
Welcome.
You guys aren't interrupting. You guys can.
This is a live podcast called I Got a Bit About That.
We're talking about comedy. You guys comedy fans?
Nice.
Who you guys like?
Snowballs.
That's not a comedian that I know. Wait, did you guys paint those paintings or did you buy those paintings?
Clearly, this was about $1,000. What do you think?
You bought that?
Yeah.
You didn't get ripped off. It's
I like the
it's
red
outsider
snowball.
art. It's outsider art. We were just talking about outsider art.
We were
you
actually doing comedy on Bourbon Street.
I didn't mean literally outside, but that's what
good
happened.
Pictures, hell yeah. Oh,
Wait, where'd you get these from?
So we just painted this.
Oh, you did paint these yourselves and you're trying to sell them? I don't have any money, but I would totally.
I'll take your watch.
No. Can't do it. Wait, which comics you guys like? Am I allowed to do this?
Yeah, good.
yeah.
So,
Stand up specifically.
I mean, like, let's see, Bill Burr, like
Awesome.
Rogan, Jim Gaffigan,
The famous guys, the guys who got the good shit.
up and coming, Rory Scovel, I think is really
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
Yeah.
And she's like, the ones who talk about snowballs.
I have a friend. He's funny.
Cool.
Are those snowballs or snow cones to be specific?
Oh, these are snowballs.
Are you guys from New Orleans?
I am.
She gave me the, I live here now.
For 7 years.
Cool.
Nah. I'm barely New Orleans, and I was born here. Like, my mom's not from New Orleans, and people called me. I was like, "Why your mama gumbo tastes like trash?" Because she's from Florida. That's why her gumbo tastes like trash. They wouldn't
First
accept me.
generation New Orleans.
Now I feel like I'm holding them hostage.
Well, so, tell you like, we're gonna get a drink. We'll come back and visit.
That'd be
Cool,
awesome. I don't know
cool.
how much longer we're going to be up here, but that'd be awesome.
What's the podcast?
I got a bit about that.
Ostensibly, we're talking about comedic bits, and we've only done 2 bits since we've been up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yes.
local comedians in New Orleans. He's much higher level than I am, and the higher level comedian who was supposed to be up here couldn't make it today, and so they got me.
Do y'all work at that place down the way on St. Claude?
Oh, we're not going to talk about that.
Siberia?
Nah, he's talking about the other one that we're not going to talk about on the podcast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's been ostracized. It ostracized itself.
Yeah, I knew exactly what he was talking about, and I was like, oh. Well, if you guys like it, as long as you're having fun there, but
Went there one time.
I do recommend, I'd like to plug my good buddy's website, 504comedy.com.
Oh yeah,
You guys should check out
Comedy.
504comedy.com, and there's a great stand-up. I'd say the best stand-up show in New Orleans, no disrespect to you and James's shows, is what's it? Comedy Fuck Yeah on Fridays at
Oh
Dragon's
yeah,
Den.
that's Comedy Fuck Yeah is the premium.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's his website, 504comedy.com. She said it, not me. Jeff Gaucher's website, 504comedy.com. Check it out.
Shout out.
One of the first people to ever laugh at my jokes. He likes
Nice.
nerd jokes.
I didn't know that Jeff was one of the first people.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Jeff, Dante, and James, but James laughs at everybody's jokes.
He got it.
So where can I see you guys? Out of curiosity.
Well, Byron hosts a show here most Tuesdays
Tuesdays.
at it's Young Funny Spontaneous show. We do book shows all throughout New Orleans. I'm most commonly booked at Always on Saturdays, but I don't do it every Saturday. But we do all the open mics and stuff like that, and we have a lot of fun.
I think it's ironic that it's called Always Lounge and you don't always go inside.
Do you not know why it's called Always?
Tell me.
There's a backstory. Can I tell the backstory?
Sure,
on why?
I don't know this
Always used to be a gay bar for men, and it was cowboy themed, and it was called Cowpokes. And they decided that they wanted to open up their horizons and make it a bar for everyone, but they still wanted to keep a queer-friendly vibe. So now it's called Always. No matter which way you go, you're welcome. Notice
nice.
the sign with the two arrows doing like that. I was one of the first less queer people at Always when they changed the name, and I remember the manager walks down, the bartender. She was one of my good friends, and she was tasked with getting straight people in the bar, and the manager walks down and is like, "This is the gayest straight guy I've ever met in my life." I wear a lot of sweaters. Apparently, in the gay community, sweaters are a big thing. I don't know. It didn't bother me. That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
He bought me a drink, and we danced. It was great.
Nice. I don't think I was around.
This is like
in New
2009.
Orleans and shit. I was late to New Orleans. I don't know
Where
if
were
this
you
is a
at?
good story in the West Bank.
That's still New Orleans?
You said it like a question.
I was
I
trying to be
consider it New
inclusive.
Orleans.
I was trying to be
I
inclusive.
appreciate it, man. Yeah. Well, I was in the country of New Orleans, next to all the trees and shit. We had emus. It was cool.
Wait, what do you mean you had emus?
There were legitimately emus on
Like
this
wild
plot of
wait,
land.
wild emus?
Yep. There. Well, I guess so. Yeah. Yep.
Byron doesn't believe in facts. I think you said this earlier. He does not believe in facts.
They were on a plot of land. I guess
Emus
they weren't
are
wild.
not indigenous to South Louisiana. They're not.
They were definitely either emus or ostriches.
No.
I think they were emus, you guys. I think they were emus.
They weren't like really big pelicans or something like that?
They were definitely not pelicans. They look like ostriches. They look like emus. They were in
You guys
Bell
are
Chase.
totally welcome to buy me a beer. I'd be amazed with that. That'd be great. The cheap shit, PBR. Come on, I would never tax you guys. I don't have money to buy your paintings. Wait, can you guys do me one favor before you walk out? Can you show your painting to the camera? It's right behind you.
Yes,
Just put it up
please
with the
do.
monitor.
Nice.
Yeah, well, you can look at the monitor. Yeah.
Thank you.
And how much are you guys selling those for?
I was starting at 1,000, but now
Jesus Christ, get the fuck out of here. Just go get me a beer. Just go get me a beer.
$2 million.
The price goes up, the less people want it. That's some white people shit right there. That's incredible. He's thinking he's gonna buy Manhattan with this shit.
Hell yeah, or a bridge. By the Manhattan Bridge for that shit.
You think they're gonna bring me back a beer?
I think so. They were very kind. They were
I'm like
very kind.
I'm like the white people whisperer. It's amazing.
That was pretty cool. That's a nice addition for the video feed and shit. Got a picture.
They should have said like their Instagram or something. It's like if you want to
Yeah.
buy some paintings that look like either Picasso did it or a third grader did it, here you go. You get to guess which one did it. It's on you, baby.
put like little thought bubbles above them.
You ever get mad that like Picasso is like so famous and it's like straight up like psychedelic third grade paintings?
I don't get mad at it. I think it's strange.
I think it's dope.
Wasn't he like one of the people who had to die before he was famous?
I actually don't know that. I'm sorry, I actually don't know that. I don't think that that's true for him.
Okay, cool.
That's not true. I'm pretty sure that that's not true for him.
All right.
He had like notoriety while he was alive.
Nice. This is like a weird thing with art to where like some shit is like cool as fuck and like some artists break through and like other people doing similar shit is just like
Not to steer, but like I think about like that as far as like comedy. Like if you ask like any comedian, specifically a black comedian or a male comedian in 2019 to name their top 5 comedians, I think Patrice O'Neal would come up more times than anybody who's not like mainstream acknowledged famous. Like the idea that like in his death he's become so, and like he's in my top 3. And nice. I don't do anything that's even close to what he does. But I just love him. I just love listening to him.
Yeah.
And I was listening to him while he was alive, but like I see all these like comics. It's like, oh, Patrice O'Neal, and like I wonder, like, you know, is it like, was he just that ahead of his time?
I feel like it's. I don't want to go into PC culture debate and shit.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that.
But like, I feel like it was like refreshing for that style of comedy to be voiced. And then now that he's gone and like they're cracking down on like wildness, like
I think that's the reason why a lot of like new fans like him. But I think the comics like him just for his technique. At least the ones who I talk to, it's like subject matter is part of it, that he was willing to take risks. But a lot of it is just like it wasn't necessarily the subject matter risk. It was the way he would like his crowd work, where he made it seem so organic, but it's like, having done it for a little while, even though I'm an amateur, it's like that was not purely organic. He's done this bit a million times, and he's leading the audience into responding in certain ways. How he's doing it, I don't know.
I feel like some of that shit's intuitive. Like for some people, like especially like a Patrice O'Neal, like after doing the bits and stuff, it's not like I know this will hit him. It's just like this is just how it goes. This is how the bit goes. Yeah. Like I just do this shit. And like that's the whole bit. You know.
That's one of the things I love about like James. Like he'll go up with a plan, but he realizes like the old Mike Tyson thing. It's like everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. And then somebody from the audience will say something, and he's like, well, fuck it. This is what we doing tonight. You want to talk? Here's where we're going with it. I love watching James work with a rowdy crowd.
That shit is legitimate.
He's like, I was going to tell you guys some jokes earlier today. He was like, oh, man, like you just say something about the Golden State Warriors and the crowd loves you. And they want to hear that rather than this joke you spent 15 minutes before the show working on. Yeah. And for James, that's like a monumental amount of time. He spent 15 minutes before the show working on the joke. I almost grabbed the other mic, the offstage mic, and was like, shut the fuck up, James. 15 minutes before the show. I slaved over this joke.
Yeah, this is my nest egg right here. Yeah, man, audiences can be brutal.
I love them now. Hell yeah. This is the shit. Somebody confused me for you yesterday. What? I was at Ugly Dog Saloon, whatever it's called, at the open mic. And somebody was like, man, I've seen you before. You're kind of funny. And I was like, I'm a little bit funny, but obviously, oh, thank you. Thank you. Shout out to the artist in the building for this fine PPR. I am finagling my one drink ticket into 4 drinks. I'm in there. Hell yeah. You guys have like an Instagram or something? I don't want to. Wait, are you guys really trying to sell these paintings? If I had $1,000, I wouldn't be here right now. Straight up. How much do you pay for my paintings?
I don't think we're the audience for the haggle, but the internet audience, definitely the audience.
Okay. I'll give you guys an exposure. That's what they always try to pay us. I just gave you the exposure. One of these paintings is mine. Thank you. That one's mine. I appreciate that.
I would pay -$5 to put that in the house.
Oh, were you guys at like a paint and sip or something like that?
Yeah.
Where was it? I wasn't gonna say that, but I was thinking that. One of these is, are you left-handed or something? No. You're just a better artist than he is. I got it.
Mine has a story.
That's exactly. She said that they have different styles. That's exactly what I say about comedy. I just have a different style.
I'm like, look, we got Snowball.
So, like, was this like, you ever heard of like still life paintings where they do like the apples and stuff? So, like, if you do like a still life with like a snowball, you're racing against the clock.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like that snowball doesn't look like that anymore. It's melted. I should
Time capsule. Time capsule picture of what used to be. Snowball.
Now I got a problem. Have you noticed that their snowballs are different colors? I think he might be colorblind.
You think they're different snowballs?
I think he's straight up colorblind. Look at the colors he used. Red and green. What colors can you not see when you're colorblind?
Do you drink the same flavor snowball as the same person in front of you?
No, but you guys are painting an actual snowball that was in front of you. I can tell by the package. And you just saw whatever the fuck you wanted to see.
This is what we call creative.
I was inspired by strawberry.
Is there a kiwi? He said kiwi. In all my years.
Hey man, there might be a kiwi
This
snowball.
dude just gentrified snowballs. It just happened. We witnessed it. We witnessed it.
Yeah.
What flavor are these snowballs? Red and kiwi. I don't know if I want to repeat that on the mic. That hurt my soul. That was funny. He said it wasn't kiwi, it was avocado.
Nice.
People do not love avocado. You love avocado.
I don't know what you put with avocado to make it a snowball flavor. The condensed milk might even like throw it off.
Maybe you can use avocado milk.
There probably is an avocado milk. I don't know.
Jesus Christ, I'm so tired of that. I was one milk and nut joke. Next one. I've heard 4 comics say that on stage this week. I know. How does one milk and all? Do almonds have tits?
Yeah, man, that joke is going to be alive.
I actually have a bit about that.
Oh, are we challenging?
I'm not challenging. But the crux of the bit is, motherfucker, people, I'm not even into nut milk. I'm not into nut milk. I like cow milk. But like the people who are like, yo, you can't milk an almond. How do you milk an almond? How do you get butter out of a peanut? Nobody's got a problem with peanut butter. If peanuts can have butter, why can't almonds have milk? True. That's why I don't tell that one on stage. It really kills the audience. It's not
I think I was gonna go with marketing, but because George Washington Carver created peanut butter, so we're like, yeah, peanut butter is legitimate.
Wait, did he invent peanut butter?
Hell yeah, he did some weird shit.
He's a boss. Happy Juneteenth!
Hell yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Random white dude hit the facts. He invented hundreds of ways to use a peanut.
Hell yeah. I saw it on a documentary once.
Byron, straight up. Is there peanut lube yet?
Oh man, there might be a peanut lube. Or peanut oil, I guess it would be called. Yeah.
That's not as sexy.
Vegetable oil?
Yeah, I don't think they would call it a lube unless
No, I meant it's like specifically for that. Oh, yeah. People have terrible peanut allergies. Peanut lube is a terrible idea. Never mind.
Yeah.
That would end awfully.
Are you allergic to peanuts? Why? Because there's no leaves in peanuts.
Tired of peanut allergy jokes. A 5-year-old died. Let's tell a joke about it. It's amazing.
Yeah, biological weapons jokes.
Byron, how long are we doing? Who's going on? I'm gonna drink this beer.
Yeah, strap in, son. This is.
Do you edit this, or are you just really gonna have
Oh,
us
no, this is-
rambling for 2 hours?
This isn't rambling, my friend. This is all great audio.
I'm gonna say if we could have had all the audience members who come through to still be here at the same time, it'd be lit right now. I would actually do a bit. And they were all here right now. No, it didn't work like that. It's Juneteenth. You don't owe me just because you got me a beer. Happy June. Snowball bits. I wish. There should be more snowball bits. I don't know, because we're most of the comics are from New Orleans, and we didn't think of it as something interesting.
I've heard somebody make bits about snowballs.
Wait, where are you guys from originally? North Carolina. He has to think about it. All right, cool. You're local, Lake Charles. No, Lake Charles is close enough. We'll accept you. Was that Calcasieu Parish? Yeah. And you said sure, like you're not. You're not sure which parish? Are you really from Lake Charles? This is what new people do. He hit me with a new move because he was like, I'm not really from New Orleans, but I'm from Lake Charles. Which parish is that? It's a parish.
I'm pretty sure the parish I live in is was it gerrymandering where they changed the parish in the middle of you living there? And you're like, well, it was one parish.
What?
Now
I almost got real nerdy. It used to. Calcasieu Parish used to be a lot bigger than it is now. They got split into 7 parishes.
hell yeah.
That was before we were alive.
Nice.
Well, I actually know the date for work, but I don't know the date right now.
That's just
I do property research.
parishes and shit. People knowing where they live. Yeah. New Orleans is very up with the wards, and like they got so many downtown, uptown, mid city. It's like I don't know.
How do you say New Orleans?
New Orleans?
How do you say the name of the parish though?
Orleans Parish.
Ain't that some shit?
Yeah. What should we like Orleans Parish?
No, I saw a freaking tweet the other day where the guy like blew my mind. He was like, "Oh, you pronounce New Orleans, but you pronounce Orleans Parish, Orleans." And like I'm reading the tweet and I'm reading it, and it's pronouncing different in my head, even though it's the same word.
I enjoy that in the head pronunciation type shit. That shit's always cool. Like the sentences that have the same word a bunch of times, but your like brain just like translates it like there and shit. Although there's a bad example. There's a bad example.
No, there.
Yeah, but it sounds the same, so it's not like a translation.
So whatever the opposite of homonyms are.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Me neither.
Are
Or
you
use an
on the keyboard?
or
I'm all on the keyboard.
I am. I was about to press.
This is my favorite part. What is that? Is that like a beat you made, or is that the pre-programmed beat?
Pre-program.
Man, you don't get us copyright infringement with that shit, man. We're gonna get banned from YouTube like this.
Hell yeah. My Casio.
What if they have that on the YouTube filter? Casio's like, nobody's gonna use this pre-programmed beat number 1. Nobody can use this shit on YouTube.
Hell yeah. We're in the mood, you guys. This is the second break. Second break.
Why
yeah.
this show has 0 emissions, nobody knows. I'm not here. I'm guest hosting. It's normally him and James Jermaine.
You are the guest
Yes.
for tonight, Jon Reynolds. This is John. I am the host, Byron Productions. This is I Got a Bit About That. We're on Podbeam at bitaboutthat.podbean.com. I think I'm gonna stop because the music stopped. That was the commercial for the episode. You know, we're on YouTube for free, and I got a bit about that and shit.
Is this live streaming right now?
It is not live streaming.
Jesus
I
Christ,
don't
I'm
think
so
I'm
glad
ever.
about that.
I'm
so
never
glad
gonna
about
get
that.
to that point. It's
Ah,
totally
yeah, I hope
capable
so.
of live stream and editing. I'm not gonna do neither. This is what we call a live documentary, you guys. I recently described my other podcast. You tweeted, you mean it. I was like, this is my diary, and this podcast, I got a bit about that. This was like a documentary, just like legitimate live stream conversation, backdoor comedy shit, talking to comedians on stage. Hell yeah. Talk.
I'm just thinking about your ridiculous solo podcast.
I love that thing.
He records it while he's on stage.
Yeah.
It is hilarious and annoying at the same time.
I hope so. Cause
You ever talk to yourself?
yeah,
You ever
like,
talk to yourself in the future?
my bit about like just ignoring the audience shit has really like stretched over to like the idea of this podcast where I'm like, yeah, I mean like all it needs is to be in a live setting, honestly. Like audience in the future, because it's a podcast. Like it's podcasts are eternal and shit. Like having the opportunity to do stand up is something that other podcasts don't afford comedians.
That's true.
It is. And my experiment is that strong enough to hold a live show. Perseverance, we're back at perseverance, you guys.
That's called a callback in your comedian parlance.
Oh yeah.
Wait, is this like, which date is this? I need to know. Because I've never done a paint and sip before.
Yes.
I've been invited to paint and sips. It's normally like a third date move. And for me, it's normally a last date move because I have very bad coordination issues. And I don't think anybody wants to see a stick figure snowball. So which date is this? Please don't say you're married. So it is a date.
Six.
Ooh.
We're in the middle of things.
Whose idea was it? So you're
Nice.
winning.
Nice.
This was his idea. You're winning hard. And you knew you couldn't paint when you brought this date up. So like you're committed. You're like, I'm gonna show her all my flaws right now. Let's just get it all out there.
Hell yeah.
It is. And you've obviously painted before. I'm looking at the blending, overlapping brush strokes. That's real smart. That's like what's a good date for you, Byron? Like what would you bring a lady on or
I
a person
suck
on
at
6 dates? No, you don't. I've met your significant other. You must be good at
I suck at dates, you guys. It's horrible. I'm like, what I do is I snipe conversations. Like, I'll download conversations of them saying they want to do things. And then I'm like, oh, well, we gotta do this.
So you stalk them.
Oh, yeah. I stop listening. When they divulge information, I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll save that. Write that shit down somewhere.
I'm gonna try that. I don't think it'll work out the same way for me. I might try that. I like that. I used to keep like a composition notebook of first date ideas.
Wow.
I came up on a date maybe like 3 years ago, and my friends like actually like I like scanned the whole notebook and just sent it out email. Which people kept asking, what's your first date? And it worked out. One of them was snowballs.
Okay.
Yeah, you meet up like right there at the little arch in front of Audubon Park across from 2-lane.
Yeah.
You take the streetcar to like the little snowball stand on Carrollton. Yeah. That's a good first date. Not by good, I mean it's enjoyable. I don't mean it's gonna get you a second date. Because you gotta do that
I don't
yourself.
know about that thing. Shit. Okay, yeah, that makes
Well, it doesn't matter how good the date is.
Yeah,
The first
like,
date you like.
I don't know the mechanics on that, but you explained it very well. It's definitely the person. not mechanics.
A lot of people get stressed. Maybe I brought this person to a bad date. It's like, no. Either they like you or they don't like you.
True. People, man. People in relationships. You guys ever be people in relationships?
Jesus Christ, I'm literally the only person here not in a relationship. I'm in a relationship with open mic comedy.
Oh yeah, me too, man.
Well,
So
you're-
let's.
You got two people. I got one person.
My relationship with comedy is weird too. I don't go on enough dates.
Oh, none of us do.
Hit
Man,
up
like,
504 comedy if
Well,
you're trying to get comedy dates.
yeah, 504 Comedy. You guys should definitely check out that website. We are not sponsored by them. We have no affiliation by them.
We're
With the exception
sponsoring
of-
them.
They're just dope as fuck,
Hell yeah.
and it has 95% of all the comedy that you can see in forums.
It is very efficient.
Not 100%, 95%. You can just put it in your phone. Is he gonna pull out his flip phone? He pulls out his flip phone. You can leave.
All right, you guys. The next part of this is plugs. Plugs.
Oh, no, I was just being a hater because you had a date night out. I was just being a hater.
Jonathan, wow, I just did it again. Jon Reynolds, where can we find you on the internet?
You can find me at JLN Reynolds ESQ on Twitter or Instagram. Neither one of those is lit. Do not add me on Facebook because I will not accept it. My Instagram gets lit sometimes. My Twitter, it's just one-liners.
Cool.
And don't, yeah, I guess James already said it. Do not ask me for legal advice because you can't afford me.
Nice. You guys can find me on I'mNotJustMe.com. That is the website of Lord Byron Productions. This is Bar Redux. In the scrap yard, we got the sexy bit inside. That's the house drink for tonight.
It's a special drink where if you buy this drink, the show gets a percentage of it. You can see that it's a very high quality show. They have all this whatnot. Like, people are laughing at this backdrop, but they can actually see the equipment that's involved with this motherfucker. We have like a studio video monitor.
Oh yeah.
Which other show in New Orleans has a studio video monitor where you can see yourself? Have you ever noticed that we're like looking in a certain direction? We're probably looking at the monitor to see how sexy we look.
Yeah, I look over there to see how lean back I am. Like, if I out of the shot already.
All the ways y'all could have done this, I'm not going to say how you guys' video monitor situation set up. Is there a less efficient way to do that? Jesus Christ.
Possibly.
How do y'all not get robbed walking through this neighborhood with all this fucking equipment? Like, what is the strategy?
The good shit's in the trunk, and everything else is under the keyboard. The keyboard is shitty, you know? It's just the keyboard in the back seat with the.
You can
shit
totally
under
get that
it.
at Walmart. It's not that one at Walmart.
Yeah, but like good stuff's in the trunk.
The other stuff they do not sell at Walmart. They barely sell it at Guitar Center.
We are wrapping it up. I am your host, Lord Byron, also known as Black Rocker on Twitter, Lord Black Rocker on Instagram. You can catch me here every Tuesday at Bar Redux.
Spontaneous
Also,
show.
yeah, the spontaneous show. Also, you can catch me on my other podcast. That's right. I'm a weird person with two podcasts. You tweeted, you memed it. That's lordbyron.podbean.com. Thank you for being here with me, man. It's
Thank you
much
guys
appreciated.
for having me. Glad I was able to make it. Hopefully you guys can book the comic you guys had planned. It's fantastic.
We'll
Fantastic.
get, we'll get the comic for another week. Like, I was really hoping to do like some cool, like, politically correct boy girl type bookings.
I like it because this comic also has a fantastic podcast.
Yeah.
Probably
And
the
the
best
No
podcast.
Lies, by the way, I guess. Well, we can shout out to the No Lies podcast.
Fantastic podcast.
Yeah, they're doing their thing. I think they might be on Podbean also.
I think they got the best podcast in the world. Them and Queer Mountain. podcast.
Queer Mountain.
Current company excluded, of course.
I think my podcast would be the best if you're looking for esoteric knowledge. My podcast is literally an exegesis of like my diary, my magical diary. It's not a comedy podcast. Unlike this one, catch comedy here every Wednesday at Bar Redux, starting at 7 usually.
Ostensibly, this is a comedy podcast. We're done.
Thank you guys. You can't end like that.
I got a bit about that. I got a bit about that. I got a bit about that. I got a bit about that. I got a bit about that. I got a bit about that. I got a bit about that. I got a bit about that. I got a bit about that. I got a bit about that. I got a bit about that. I got a bit about that. I got a bit about that. I got a bit about that. I got a bit about that. I got a bit about that. I got a bit about that. I got a bit about that. I got a bit about that. I got a bit about that. I got a bit about that. I got a bit about that. I got a bit about that. I got a bit about that. I got a bit about that. I got a bit about that. I got a bit about that. I got a bit about that. I got a bit about that. Bit about that comedy.